Hello, this is my informative speech on how to train your puppy. Tips and tools you will need to ensure a proper and useful training experience. Dog training is the process of teaching a dog behavioral manners in order to assist in making everyday life with a dog or puppy easier. Some people also refer to that as obedience training. And one tip I have is dog training is always easier the younger the dog. If you have a dog that is 4 or 5 years old, it's not going to be as easy to train him or her because they're so used to doing a certain behavior. So if you can catch them at a younger age when they haven't quite learned different behaviors, then that will make training a lot easier for you. I signed up for a class in my town in Princeton called Pawtastic, and it was a obedience training class at Dixie Springs Resort and Spa in Princeton. She sent me an informative packet in my email after I signed up that had different tips and tools and the different items that I was going to need for training. The different items that she recommended me have was a yoga mat. I just bought one at Walmart. It was like $8. That is to show the dog where they are to sit and lay while you are talking with somebody, or if you're trying to eat dinner without them interrupting you, or if you just need them to go and chill out and lay down for a second, you can say mat. Or if you use a bed, you can say bed. Or if you're going to use a rug, say rug. After so long, they'll associate that word with that mat, the bed, or the rug, and they will go to that. The next item that I bought was a treat pouch. And this is the one that I bought. It's got a little drawstring on it. And then it has a clip on the back so that I could clip it to my pants. And I would fill it with the treats that I was using, kind of a mixture of three different ones. And so every time, that way they were easily accessible for me. Another item I got was the actual training treats. There are treats you can buy and they actually say training treats on the packet. And they are small and about the size of your pinky nail, which is all you need to train a dog. Another item I got was a harness. The harness, it makes it a lot easier for you to maintain control over your dog. My dog she's quite big for 4.5 months old, so having the harness makes it so much easier to control her. And if she has a regular collar on it, it kind of feels like I'm choking her. So having a harness makes me I feel a little bit more better about her having that on than a regular harness. Another item that you can use is called a clicker, and it looks like this. It has a little finger hole on it, so you can just kind of lace it on your finger and you don't really have to worry about dropping it. And then another item that I got was called a flat leash, and that's to also maintain control over your dog. There are two different types of training methods that I have preferred to use. Clicker training, which is this little item right here. They associate the clicking noise with good behavior. So every time the dog would do something good, I would click the button and she'd say, oh, okay, what I just did was good. Another is vocal praise training, where you can say good girl, good boy, good dog, yes, praise words, positive words, and that helps them know that what they just did was great. Now you can do clicker training with treats, vocal praise with treats, or you can do a mixture of all three. Treats kind of go along with any method that you're going to use because it's also just an actual physical award and something that they can eat and they feel really good about. When you are using treat training, you have to make sure that you can put a clear line between bribing your dog and treating your dog. If they think, oh, if I automatically do this good behavior, they're going to give me a treat, then they start thinking, okay, every time I sit, they're going to give me a treat. Every time I quit jumping on them and sit down, they're going to give me a treat. And so then they will say, in order for me to get a treat, I have to do this. And so then it becomes kind of second nature for them to do the good behavior that you're wanting them to do. Timing when you are doing clicker training or praise training or treat training or a mixture of three is always key to making sure that the dog knows that they're not being bribed, but they are being treated for what they just did. And if you have the treat kind of hovering over them really close to their face, that is considered bribery, and you're never going to get your dog to do what you want when you want. Another tip I have is make sure you have a good selection of treats. the first night that I went to training class, I had one kind of treat, and she got bored halfway through the class because they keep getting the same thing over and over again. So with that little treat pouch that I had, I would kind of mix 3 or 4 different treats. That way I didn't know what I was pulling out. I'd pull it out, hand it to her. Now you can they have salmon flavor, chicken flavor, beef flavor, anything you can think of, they have it in a dog treat. So I would just mix it up in the little bag and just pull one out, and that way she never knows what she's going to get, and I always have her attention. The last thing I can say is please have patience with your dog. Even though they're just a puppy, you still have to have patience. Yelling at them will get you absolutely nowhere and will make them want to listen to you a lot less than if you're praising them or being nice to them. Dog training is difficult no matter what level of expertise you have. You don't have to pay for dog training necessarily. I did because I've never trained a dog before, and so the dog training class was for her, but more or less for me and my family because we all kind of do it together. Being able to have a trained professional really does help, and you see a lot better results a lot quicker, but you don't have to have a trained professional at all. And making sure that you have the proper tools and supplies will make sure that you have the highest level of training for your dog. Thank you for watching.